Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Guilty as Charged podcast presented by our friends over at Prize Picks. My name is Steven, and I am the host as always. We are going live right now and currently multitasking, watching the video that the Chargers have done. It's a Sims themed this year, so they decided not to do anime. It is Sims related. Tyler is here as well, man. Tyler, what's up, man? How you doing tonight?
Doing very well. I didn't realize there was the Sims related thing going on. We just got the schedule release, like the actual schedule. So that's what I'm looking at right now, trying to change some thumbnails and the YouTube video around. But doing well, man. I'm excited to see what they have in store.
So it's not as far as I can tell, again, I'm multitasking here right now, and you guys, I'm sure, are watching the video. It doesn't seem as layered as the anime videos. I could be wrong. Again, it'll probably take a few watches to get everything here. But of course, you know, the Chargers in true Chargers fashion. Okay, I just got to the Harbaugh Bowl, and it's Jim and John in their bedroom having a pillow fight. That's hilarious.
Okay. All right. We could pull it up on the screen and react to it if you want, just to scroll through it. Is it it's on the Chargers Twitter or YouTube?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Sounds good.
Let's do that. Okay. Let me pull up the Twitter.
Very good. Very good. Falcons. It's at a nightclub. Classic.
Nice. Okay. Here we go. We're going to react to it live. We've got it. 3 in prime time. All right. Here we go. All right. Let's open up this. Wow, that is definitely something. Okay. Interesting. All right. It is up here. We're going to turn the audio off. So sorry if you can't hear it, but would rather not get any bit of copyright thing going on here. Yeah, this is good. So we'll go ahead and hit play, and then, we'll talk about it. I'm going to have Twitter open on my end, so tell me to pause it anytime. I'll try to look through some Easter eggs here. Here we go. Okay, so we start with the sim drowning, and here's our pool of players, I guess.
It's the those are all the teams that they must be playing, I guess.
Yeah, great, lovely. The Chargers schedule release. It is not sponsored by EA. All right, Raiders first. Is that clowns? Very nice. Okay, so the Raiders are up first. That's nice.
Is that a Charles Woodson jersey? Probably.
Was that 24? I think so. Yeah. I'm trying to look for Easter eggs in the background too. Do we have anything back here? Like any bit from wait. Okay, wait. Yeah, 24. An older individual. Then they get clown makeup. I was curious if anyone in the back was like an Easter egg for somebody else, because the Chargers put Easter eggs in everything.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a few.
They're juggling.
Really what those are.
Okay. All right, that was that.
Okay. That's Cam Newton, obviously.
All right, so the Carolina Panthers are next. And he's getting in that fight. Wow. Okay.
That's pretty savage. That's pretty savage.
That's pretty savage. I mean, I think it was self-defense, but
is that like the world star symbol? I feel like.
I honestly have no idea. All right. Next up is the Pittsburgh Steelers. I thought that was a sneaky.
Go back to the screen a bit. That's a draft pick?
They're drafting somebody. I can't tell who it is. I might have missed the reference. And then it says something bobbleheads. What does that other word say? I know it's like half cut off.
I can't tell.
It says something bobbleheads. Okay, I'll have to jump into that eventually. The Steelers in week 3.
Where they go back, that said Broncos country, let's move on the van.
Broncos country, let's move. Oh my gosh.
Fantastic.
Goodness gracious. All right. Okay. And then we have
we do not care in the chat, and
we do not care. And then is that TJ Watt? What is the Steelers?
No, I think is that an 18 or a 78?
I don't know what that is. I can't think of a. Oh, is that where they?
Oh, that's Jesse James. I think that's where they came up short in the AFC Championship.
Yeah. Dang.
Okay.
Brutal.
That's savage.
Yeah, and then in walks number. Oh, is this supposed to be Russell Wilson?
There's Justin Fields.
Yeah. Oh, we're here.
We're here for you, I think is what it says.
Oh, we're here for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Sounds good. Love it. All right.
Oh, Russ is mad. Okay, here's the Chiefs.
All right.
Oh my gosh, that's the podcast. Okay, but look at all the Taylor Swift things in the background.
Oh yeah. The tweet from Travis Kelce or whatever. I just gave a squirrel a piece of bread, and it straight smashed all of it. I had no idea they ate bread like that. Haha. Hashtag crazy.
Man, Twitter from 2011.
Did I miss a squirrel thing? Like, I think I seen that earlier today too. Is there something about squirrels? Did I miss something about squirrels? People in the chat.
I think it's just the Travis Kelce tweet. I don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
What interesting specific thing from 2011 to bring up. God, they did Taylor Swift dirty. That is not nice. That is not nice. She is not attending games this year. Goodness gracious. That's like,
you knew it was going to be featured. Oh my gosh, look at
Wait. Oh my gosh. They got a close up too. Goodness gracious. That is definitely something. And then there's an emoji above his head or something. I don't know. Oh, he's going.
He's going. He's going on the Eras tour, baby.
Going on the Eras tour. Have fun. I don't know how they landed the left wing on this side. They must have crashed through the house.
They landed on the sidewalk. Not the road, the sidewalk.
No. Okay. Well, when you're rich, I guess you have the left wing collapsible private jet. All right. Then we have a bye week in week 5. So I'm going to pause there for a moment and talk about how much that sucks.
We can keep going and then do actual schedule.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But that sucks. I hate week 5 buys so much.
Yeah, that stinks. That stinks. We'll get into it. All right, a bye. Herbert's golfing. I'm shocked Joe Walt isn't in this video. He's fishing too. There goes Herbert. Ball Mart. Okay, so they're playing the Broncos next. So they're going to Ball Mart. And I don't know who that is leaving or who's walking in. That's supposed to be Sean Payton? No. Trying to figure who's walking in.
I think that is Sean Payton because he's wearing the
visor. There's Judy. Isn't Judy not on the Broncos anymore?
Yeah, but it's the return center.
Oh,
it's the return center. You guys away.
Look at the return policy. My gosh, I wish I could read that return policy.
That's too small.
Yeah, Judy, Simmons, and somebody else. Yeah, there's brutal. All right, Cardinals are next. Let's see. Oh, Josh is the guy tweet. Nice. Is this the Grim Reaper thing? Yeah, it's the Grim Reaper one. Nice. So I don't know who's on the left, like the far left, but yeah, the Josh Rosen is our guy one. Then we get to Kyler, the Grim Reaper Knox. There's a dude running buck-ass naked in the club. So this is the Saints. Okay. By the way, I should go back, I guess. Like, this is the Cardinals is a Monday night game. I'm shocked that's what they chose.
Yeah, it's a Monday night game on ESPN Plus. So that means it's probably like a double header.
Yeah. Great. I can't wait to go get ESPN Plus now. Alrighty. And then okay, what's the significance behind the guy running buck naked on here, except for the fact that he's running butt naked? Or is that just Mardi Gras? Is that a typical
that's just Mardi Gras? I don't know.
Cool. And then we have someone's picture back here by this window. I don't know who that is. Can you see my mouse?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'm not just like circling nothing. All right. So I see beads on the ground. And then awesome. Is that Zion Williamson?
Yep.
Who's this then? Yelling at him. Did an altercation occur? Yeah, Angel Reese was there in number 10. Yeah. Is it like a voodoo doll or something? What is this thing? Oh, they're picking it up. Who is this?
Oh.
So you get to choose.
Yeah. Choose like the worst Saints outcomes.
No PI call, Bounty Gate, Minneapolis Miracle, or Kevin James's Sean Payton. Picking the Sean. No.
That's fantastic.
It's funny. At Browns is next. That's good. So if they would even just kind of stay Midwest. Factory of Sadness. Is that what that says? The Factory of Sadness. Oh, wait, shoot. There was something at the bottom over here. It said, at least we're not Detroit at the bottom over here.
Damn,
Aw.
Detroit catching strays again.
Detroit kicked the shit out of their defense last year, man. All right. Okay, so factor of sadness, at least we're not Detroit. Just some Browns fans. All the quarterbacks like here.
Costumes.
Yeah, Couch, Whedon, Kaiser, Manziel, it looks like. Everybody. You know how it is. Are they making the jerseys? All right, next up is the Titans. Week 10 against the Titans.
Interesting.
Some sad emoji bus. The number 8. Anybody? Anything sound familiar there?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know that one either. Okay. Moving on from there. We've got what is he holding? Like a death
is that like the Acropolis?
Sure. Oh, it's the Pantheon?
Pantheon?
There we go. No, I don't know. One of those. Someone will let me know.
Somebody said that was Dale Earnhardt Jr. Maybe.
Sure. Okay, now we have some stuff back here. The Red Stallion, Lightning McQueen for the Chargers, Baltimore Orioles, 49ers, 69ers, Stars. Oh, wait, is this the guy? Oh, this is the guy that has to guess. It's that father-son duo, and the dad has to guess who what these teams are. It's either that guy or no. The Titans did this too. The Titans did that schedule release last year.
Oh, yeah. The people on the street.
Yeah. The Red Stallion, the Lightning McQueens. That's good. Okay. Repo Man has come to claim your last remaining asset. This is Derrick Henry.
I believe so.
What the hell? Okay.
That's savage.
Okay, next up against the Bengals. Jamar Chase is taking orders. 7-Eleven, always open.
Nice.
There are good snacks and there are bad snacks. I don't know.
What's
there's
this thing? Bengals game in the top left. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we get
against the Chargers, maybe.
I don't know what it is. We can go.
Wait, who was the missing poster?
Yeah, I'm gonna get there. Okay, there's a thirsty poster here. I don't know if that's a reference. Okay, so there's that. And then missing. Have you seen this team? Oh, that's the old school Browns logo, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I guess that was Joe Burrow throwing a pass in the warm-ups for playoffs. Must have been a game that they lost. I would take it.
Huh. Okay. I don't know. Sure. If it was a playoff game, he didn't throw many touchdowns, I don't think. Actually, I don't know. Were they playing the Bills? All right. Now it says, welcome to Kentucky. Anybody welcome to Kentucky for the Bengals?
Like they have a ton of Kentucky players.
I don't know. Do they?
No, because it's not like Kentucky has a lot of NFL guys.
I have no idea.
Oh, Joseph Rodriguez says that there's a Parthenon replica in Nashville. I did not know that.
Yes, I only knew that because my parents just went to Nashville, but I knew it was either Parthenon or Pantheon. Yeah. Yeah. Just as cool as the Vegas Eiffel Tower and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what there's a cow with a cake. What am I looking at? It's a thing with teeth and it has what is that? And it has cake. What is this? Like some Little Shop of Horrors thing?
I'm so lost. My Sims,
I'm really lost.
My Sims knowledge is not this deep, so I don't know if that's a show reference or what.
No, this is okay. All right, something about a birthday, maybe. Who is this? That's not Joe Burrow, is it? No.
That's gonna be like another reference to Cincinnati.
Someone will know.
Or something.
The chat will figure it out in about 4 seconds. We'll just wait for them. All right, I'll move on. Oh, they got eaten. Oh my god. Well, he has an udder for a chin. This thing has an udder for a chin.
Nice.
And it just ate this guy.
Okay, so they do think it is Burrow. Okay.
So this cow with a cake tongue and an udder for a chin just ate Joe Burrow. Someone could let me know what that is. Oh, is that a wait? Oh, it's a Rip Harambe
R.I.P.
Tombstone right
Harambe.
here.
Nice,
Oh
nice.
man.
Okay, apparently Joe Burrow wore a suit like that. Okay. But yes,
Okay. Interesting. All right. Deep cut. Oh, now they're all crying. By the way, I just want to point out that that's definitely one of my sisters that's crying. That Joe Burrow is dead. So thanks for including my sister, I guess. Okay. All right. So now we have the Harbaugh Bowl, Monday Night Football, ESPN with an asterisk. Select primetime game subject to change. No,
Yeah,
it can't be that bad. It can't be that.
I take it those are all picks from their childhood.
Yes, I'm guessing. There's a tweet from Lamar Jackson on the monitor that says Johnny.
Nice. The little details that they come up with, man, are crazy.
Yeah. So that's awesome. Obviously, the Ravens side. And then we have Jim's side. Oh, gosh, that is so dark. I can't even read what that says there on the left.
That's the Rockford Files. That's his favorite. That's his favorite show.
Jim Harbaugh's words to live by.
Vision board with the RV. That's hilarious. Oh, the words to live by must be the thing that he gave to Pat McAfee.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Wish I could read that better. There's Jim as a little child. Look at that.
With the Chargers stuff. Love it.
Was he more of like a multi-sport athlete? I think John only got he got a basketball and a rocket. Jim's got a football, a soccer ball, another football because he likes football more. Cool.
Yeah, football guy.
Oh, he's got a basketball too.
Is that Lamar on the floor? It is. Nice.
Nice. Cool. Oh, now they're adults.
Now they're playing. Now they're pillow fighting. Nice.
How nice. All right, Falcons up
That's
next.
Kirk. That's definitely Kirk.
Get the chain on too, I'm guessing. All right, and then we've got
I see Mike Vick and Matt Ryan jerseys.
Mm-hmm. Part 42 of who the fuck did I marry?
Nice.
Okay. All right. Whoever that is. Let's go back a little bit. A lot of Georgia stuff back here. All right. I'm looking for a Michael Penix joke in here.
There's got to be one. That's definitely Quavo and those guys. The Lemon Lou Pepper Wings. I love that. Reference to Lou Williams and how he said Atlanta has the best strip clubs.
Okay, I missed that one.
Yeah.
All right.
28-3 reference.
28-3.
Nice.
Yeah, fair enough.
There's a Penix jersey.
Okay, there we go. This guy's walking in. Yep, Penix is walking in. He walks in and Kirk Cousins freaks out.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, nice job.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, you should have called him, I guess. I should have called him earlier. That's great. That's so funny. All right, the Chiefs next.
This is the Chiefs-aholic court case, I take it.
Oh, okay. I thought they were going to go with the Rashee Rice one.
Oh, yeah, that could be Rashee Rice. Yeah.
What is this?
Donna Kelsey.
What's the green thing in the background? Is it like, who's this? Yeah, Donna Kelsey.
And Travis, I take it. Okay. Chiefs-aholic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely Chiefs-aholic.
Is that Pat McAfee?
Yeah, I was going to say, that's definitely yeah, the Pat McAfee court of the United States. Very good.
That's fantastic.
Awesome.
Okay, there's Chef Baker. Nice.
Yep. Baker Mayfield. Love it. Great. He's cooking a pancake or something. Oh, it's on fire. Right tight. He's just doing that in the kitchen. Can't even make fun of him. You just got to respect the fact that he had a pretty good season. What is this? What did he make?
Is it like a pizza thing?
It's like an.
Oh, he's a baker. Is it like a pie?
It's like a pie, but it's got like these nasty looking things in it. What on earth is that? I don't know. Fruitcake? No.
Oh, there's the Antonio Brown picture. Nice from a Bangmamiga fan.
Yeah, there we go. Yep.
Nice. Good find. Good find.
Oh man, nice. All right, Broncos next.
There's Nikola Jokic and his horses.
Nice. You get good uniforms or franchise quarterback or cap space.
That's fantastic.
Their uniforms stink, man.
They're so bad. They're so
bad. I'm so glad they got shit for that.
Yeah.
I was a late edition joke for sure. It's just on fire.
Did you mean dead cap? That's fantastic.
Oh man, come on.
That is wishing well error too. I love that. That's fantastic.
Oh, what is this? Just a burnt
hit him in the head.
Oh, the Foxborough retirement home. Is that supposed to be Paul Pierce faking his injury? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, when he just had a shit.
Alrighty. What is this?
Well, this is the retirement center. So there's obviously Brady.
What? Probably Edelman.
Yeah.
I can't see
wheelchair.
what that is. Wheelchair.
Oh, there's a
there's Goodwill Hunting poster in the back here. Then the dog from Belichick's.
What does the house rule say? It says PSI, but what does it say?
Play nice. Stretch daily. Inside voices.
Okay.
Play nice. Stretch daily. Inside voices. I don't know. There's the Bill Belichick walking out meme, I guess. There's their 6 Super Bowls. All right.
Oh wait, PSI. That's a reference to air.
Oh.
That's the Deflategate thing.
How did I not get that? Oh my god, too busy trying to read the stupid thing. That's funny. Okay,
I was taking it too seriously. That's hilarious.
That's a good one.
And then the dog on draft night, Gillette Stadium. Oh, is that Ben Affleck?
I think it is Ben Affleck. Oh, that's great. That's definitely Gronk.
Okay.
What is Brady painting? Just like some serene. Is that just a dude on the beach?
Dunkin' Donuts, Ben. Okay, that's fantastic.
Is that Giselle's like karate instructor? Did you watch the roast, by the way?
I did not, but I saw some clips.
Yes, it is. It's pretty good.
Not a big roast guy.
Oh, the finale. Your dynasty has ended, but the town lives on. There's no reason to let this house stay empty. Would you like to restart? I guess that's.
I think the old man. That's got to be Kraft, right?
Who's this then?
I don't know.
One of these older gentlemen might be Kraft.
One of them's got to be Belichick, right? Adam thinks that Brady is painting himself.
That'd be interesting. I don't know. Oh
shit! Not the Austin Eckler reference,
ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's before we jump into. Speaking of past trauma, our videos are sponsored by Unified Health.
Nice.
Anyway, this is the Sphere, and then we have welcome to football's most notorious fans in the black hole.
TBH. Nice.
TBH, yeah.
Not the Austin Eckler first down reference.
Second and 10.
63-7.
63-7. Goodness gracious. QR code.
What's the QR code?
I'm on it. Hold on. Take your phone out. Everybody take your phone out. Scan the QR code. Last time it was a good joke too.
Come on, phone.
All right. I wonder if there's a way you can just do it on your computer. All right. Yes. I think it's the same thing as the last one. So it takes you to Chargers fans. Click here. If you click there, it's probably tickets. Raiders fans, click here. And it is the World Clown Association membership sign up. So it's
the Chargers is a link to tickets. Yep.
Yeah, and for them it's a membership to the World Clown Association. So that's amazing. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. And they're all wearing clown masks anyway. We decided to go with clowns this year.
It's accurate.
What is that?
It's a trash can. I think it's
a trash can.
I think it's just a thought, like an empty thought cloud, because they're brains.
Oh, they're in jail. Nah. Deputy on duty, Tom Telesco.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
Okay, let me just. Yeah, I agree. Someone said let it play through. Let's just let this one play through a little bit. And Telesco's watching all of them. All right, so it says reminder, family, trust, respect.
Yep.
And new autumn colors and something. New autumn colors available. I don't know what that's a reference to. And now it's just some outtakes or something. Is that a Jets fan? A baby? What is this?
Oh, is it an alien? Because he believes in UFOs. That's got to be an alien reference.
Come on. All right. Interesting. All right. Alrighty. That is our run through. Holy cow, that's hilarious.
Well done, Chargers social media team. Well freaking done.
That's hilarious.
The Easter eggs, it's insane. Like the amount of stuff that they are able to pull from. So it's just fantastic work all around. I'm a little bummed that it wasn't a finale of anime, but I think Sims is a good choice. I think that was a great choice from the Chargers social media team.
Yeah, it's interesting. I definitely thought they would go with the trilogy. I actually honestly thought they would go a bit more serious. So it's good to see that Jim is still letting them kind of do their thing. But yeah, I definitely liked the references in there. But as a person who didn't grow up playing The Sims, that definitely did not like register for me as much. I'll be honest, I think the previous two anime schedule releases were more entertaining and better. But this was still really good. Like obviously very, very solid. Oh, Harrison Butker was in the kitchen.
I did not see that one.
Oh man.
Yeah, that it was not great, Harrison. It was not great.
Oh, is that what they mean by the new autumn colors? Orange is the new black.
That's
because they're in the prison.
That's
fascinating. Yeah, man. No, I mean that was great. That was great. I'm curious how everybody else did in their schedule releases. I'm sure
I saw the Falcons did like an ode to NFL Blitz, the video game.
Okay,
I haven't watched the video yet, but
yeah,
that's really cool.
Nah, some good references in this one.
Yeah, let us know, chat, if you guys like the anime or the Sims video better. The original anime was so original; it's hard 100%. For anything to really beat that for me.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a part 3, but this was really good too. I think the roasts were fantastic.
Yeah, definitely some good ones.
Yeah. All right. Like Tyler said, we are sponsored by Unified Health. This is a great new program that is pushing rejuvenation and mental health. We have locations all over the place. You guys can go to unifiedhealing.com/guilty to find a location nearest you. All right, Tyler, let's dive into the actual schedule here. We talked about it briefly. First instinct I always look for is the bye week. Week 5 bye is atrocious. And it does the Chargers no favors, obviously. I guess the good news is that the schedule after the bye isn't necessarily like super difficult. So right after the bye, they get at Broncos, at Cardinals, Saints at home, and then at Browns, home against the Titans. So theoretically, you get 5 manageable games right after the bye, which I guess is kind of a nice consolation. But yeah, week 5 bye, I hate it. It's the worst. There's no reason that week 5 bye should be a thing, in my opinion.
No, I completely agree. That's a really tough long stretch for the Chargers to have to go to. And even with some buys previously that were early, there's at least maybe like a prime time game before that. So you get maybe some like you get to travel really far and it's a prime time game. Then you got to get your bye week. Okay, fine. This one, it's a tough game, obviously. Like against the Chiefs, it's not going to be easy, but it's at home against the Chiefs. Then you have the bye. So I mean, the good news is, you're going to at Denver, then at Arizona. Even that's not a ton of travel though, but at least before you go on the road for 2 weeks, you get the home game. But yeah, not a fan of that one. It seemed like last year it did come at a good time. Like we thought, okay, they go into the bye, they retool, they get some guys back, they're healthy. Then they went out and played Dallas right after that, and it just didn't, like, the season never materialized either way. So yeah, week 5 bye sucks. They can get through Broncos, Cardinals, and Saints. Like, I genuinely believe the Chargers could win those games. At Broncos is always just cursed. But then at Browns, we'll see. Titans, Bengals. The good news is the Chargers have an easier schedule, so it's not like it's an insane murderer's row like I felt like it was last year. But still, that week 5 bye is very early, and they have no Thursday games this year, right? So that
is correct. So no Thursday games. However, the Patriots and the Raiders games in week 17 and 18 are TBD right now. They're listed as December 28th or December 29th, and then January 4th or January 5th. So the Chargers currently have the 3 primetime games, which is kind of what I expected. So they, I was told leading up to the week that, the no-brainers were the Ravens and the Chiefs. Those are on primetime. So the Ravens game, the Harbaugh Bowl, is the Monday after Thanksgiving on Monday Night Football. So that's pretty good for the NFL. I think them putting that on ESPN is fantastic. And then the Chiefs Sunday night game is at Kansas City on December 8th. So those are the 2 ones that are like set in stone. And then October 21st, which is a real bummer that game is not flipped for me personally. They play at the Arizona Cardinals on Monday Night Football, but it says ESPN Plus. So it's kind of like how the Chargers got the game on Peacock last year. They get ESPN Plus this year, and then they'll have the chance to have that last couple weeks flexed. I think the Patriots are going to be really bad. I don't see that game getting flexed, but the Raiders, theoretically, that game could be like same kind of deal, week 18 from a couple of years ago where it's, the playoffs on the line.
Been there,
done that. Potentially on my birthday as well for January 5th. So there you go. 3 games for sure on primetime, potentially a 4th. We'll see how it goes.
I just want to point out the lead up to the Monday Night Football game against the Ravens. The Ravens have a tough one. So they have week 8 at Cleveland, then Broncos, fine. But then they got to play the Bengals and then the Steelers and then the Chargers. So that's a lot of division round AFC North kicking the crap out of each other. So that could help, but you know how it is. I really like what Adam points out here too. He says, Tyler and Steven, I personally feel like it's the Raiders' first week, get the revenge, showcase the new Jim Harbaugh Chargers. Thoughts? Yeah, I love that. I think there's a lot of storylines in there. It's Tom Telesco versus Joe Ortiz, but he's there. Jim Harbaugh obviously started coaching with the Raiders, so he has some history there. The Chargers and Raiders have tons of history. That we're going to go back to the game that got Brandon Staley and Tom Telesco fired. So there's a lot of storylines in week 1, and I do like the matchup quite a bit. The only bummer is that these tickets are going to be really expensive for a lot of fans, and you're going to go into week 1 against the Raiders at home. Chargers fans, you got to show up. If you wanted this coach, you wanted to see how this goes, y'all got to show up, because I'll be there, but it's me and the 5% of the rest of the fans that are there. So show up.
Yeah, I mean, we got Raiders podcasters talking about the Raiders have 10 home games this year because they play the Chargers and the Rams later on. So I don't love opening with the Raiders. Honestly, I never love opening with a division rival game. Those games are always so heated, and we know what guys like Max Crosby, Devontae Adams, how up they get for a division rival. Granted, this is a new regime. We'll see what happens, but I don't like opening with a division rival. That's my preference. I just, if they had swapped these games and they opened with the Panthers, I think that would have been more ideal. But it is what it is. It is interesting that they open and close with the Raiders week 1 and week 18. So you set the tone by beating the Raiders, and then you can finish strong by beating the Raiders. We'll see what happens. But splitting that team has always been kind of the thing for both of them. So, it is what it is. But I generally prefer not opening with the division rival, especially the Raiders. Like, we've seen this story time and time again. They open with the Chiefs, they lose. They opened with the Raiders previously. It's just not my preference.
Yeah. I will say there was maybe some thought that the Ravens would be the Chargers' first team. If we're being any hopeful about the Chargers season this year, would kind of suck to open against the Ravens because I think they just week one would mop the floor with the Chargers. They're just
Sure.
a unit. They've been together. Yeah, they lost Mike McDonald, but that unit's still the unit. The offense is still the offense. Like, they have all the pieces that have been there for a long time. Jim, week one, like it would kind of stink maybe, but unless they won, then it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ravens,
what do you make of sorry to cut you off there. What do you make of the first 4 opening? So the Chargers open Raiders, at Panthers, at Steelers, home against the Chiefs. That's a pretty difficult opening. You get 3 potential playoff teams. The Panthers should be bad, but Raiders, Steelers, Chiefs in the first 4 weeks is not ideal for a new regime either.
Yeah, no, I mean, last year I was like, oh yeah, the Vikings, they'll be fine and whatever, and the Titans, they should beat them, and so it just was a bit more of a difficult start to the season. Yeah. Raiders and Panthers, they should beat. They have the capacity to beat them. At Raiders tends to scare me more. At home, the Chargers have fared much better, so I feel good about that one. Panthers, I just think they kind of stink. At Steelers is tough. It's a very tough game, no matter what. It always is. I've seen them lose to Duck Hodges. I've seen them lose to Michael Vick. I've seen them lose to the ghost of Ben Roethlisberger. Like, it's just not easy. And then Chiefs is the Chiefs. So that's a tough opening. I'm glad, they get like some not easy teams. The Raiders one interests me because you're going to get Joe Alt versus Max Crosby immediately. And I think part of Rashawn Slater's legacy and career so far, or at least fan perception, has been the week 1 opener he had against, holy crap, am I forgetting his name? Chase Young. And being able to eliminate him. And yeah, sure. The whole defensive line, really. Like, we thought the offensive line was going to be this new thing. And then it lasted 3 plays, and then Storm Norton was the right tackle. And then 2 more games, and then Ode Ibushi got hurt. But still, Slater came out and just like showed up. And I think Joe Alt has a real big opportunity. It's a tough group. I mean, they have Crosby. We'll see what happens with the rookie from last year. Obviously, Wilkins won't make things easy for this interior offensive line. So, yeah. If the Chargers are a team that's going to play a strong offensive line, week 1, you got to show it pretty quick.
Yeah, that's a huge test. I tweeted this out earlier because there was like a leak about it, and there's a lot of jokes going around that like Joe Alt is going to own Max Crosby and stuff like that. And like, Max Crosby is really fucking good. He's a great football player. Like, objectively, I think the best defensive player in the AFC West, in my opinion, and that includes Chris Jones. I think Max Crosby is really, really that good. This is a guy who had more than 6 pressures in half of the Raiders games last year. Like, the dude is insane. And this is Joe Alt's first game playing right tackle. Like, he's switching sides. We need to set realistic expectations for Joe Alt in week 1. I think overall he's going to have a fantastic rookie season, but week 1, that's the toughest possible matchup on the schedule for him. Outside of the Browns, when you have Myles Garrett, obviously, they don't really play any really high-end edge rushers on their schedule outside of the Raiders, Steelers, and Browns. So that's good for Joe Alt. I guess Cam Jordan is kind of on the fence there. But
yeah.
So Joe Alt doesn't have like a super, like last year, Trey Pipkins and like that schedule that they had was just brutal for opposing edge rushers. So you get Max Crosby twice, TJ Watt, and who was the other one I said?
Garrett.
Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett does rush a lot from the left side. So there's that. But Joe Alt, I think there's a very reasonable chance that he struggles in week 1. And people are going to jump at that. But it is Max Crosby we're talking about. Like, this is one of the best players in the league. So, I think it'll be on the Chargers to set Joe up for success and give him a lot of help. Yeah. Is it possible that he has a good game against Max Crosby? For sure. He has that kind of ceiling. But Max Crosby is really damn good. And he's He's played great in these moments, in these games, every single time the Chargers play each other. So temper expectations against Max Crosby. I think we can have really high expectations for the rest of the season, but this is not ideal for Joe Alt starting week 1 against Max Crosby.
No, not at all. And yeah, we'll see. I'm curious what their plan is overall for this offensive line and for these offensive tackles, and for the rookies, for the tight ends. Damage points out, will Disley could help? Sure. Plenty of help will be needed schematically, protection calls, you name it. No matter what, though, after last year, I'm not going to overreact to anything that happens in week 1, because no shot that run game was anything like it was in week 1 and all that sort of stuff. The good news is
240 yards and then 240 yards after that
for the next 16 games. Yeah. So interesting week 1 opener. Fans definitely got to show up, but I think Harbaugh's in for the long haul. He knows they're not going to have a home field advantage that week. They're not going to have a home field advantage the next year, but you got to keep winning. You got to keep, slowly changing those percentages.
Yeah. One of the other things I like about this schedule is there's really only 2 potential weather games on the schedule.
Yep.
So that Sunday night game against the Chiefs, that's December 8th. So that could be a weather game for them. Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens there. Kansas City, I feel like generally is more cold in January, knock on wood. But then they do have to play at New England in late December. So there's another potential game. So they get Denver in October. They get at Pittsburgh in September, at Cleveland in November. So really, those are the only 2 weather games, which I think is good for this team. They get Tampa Bay, Denver at home in December, at the Raiders, who obviously warm. You play in a dome, so the weather should be pretty friendly for the Chargers this year.
Yeah, no, that's a good call there. I didn't even start to pick that up. And hey, even if it's bad weather in New England, fine. I don't know. They finally actually won one last year, and the weather wasn't super great. So I also just think, I don't know. I guess I won't overreact, but Raiders, Panthers to open, Steelers is kind of TBD on their corners. But if you're trying to get your receiving core going, or Quentin Johnston more involved, and to make him feel pretty comfortable, Raiders and Panthers to open up is a pretty good 2.
Yeah. And the Steelers corners are not great. I mean, they have Joey Porter Jr., who's a really good corner, and they have Minka Fitzpatrick. But a lot of people thought that the Steelers would take a corner early, and they didn't. So, the receivers get 3 pretty good games. You got to protect against the Steelers front for sure, and protect against the Raiders front. But that is a good thing. I think I probably will end up predicting that they go 2-2 to open.
I'd say so. At Steelers is tough. If they win their first 2, we'll see how the Steelers are. It's just tough driving to Pittsburgh. I'm not worried about Herbert by any means. It's just when you have, how do I say this? Is Tomlin a coaching advantage? I think at this point you got to say that he is over Harbaugh, just because we need to see that Harbaugh actually goes out and does his thing in the NFL again. But it's just tough when these teams are just kind of connected and together. Maybe the quarterback situation helps them out. We'll see who's even starting, I guess. Although it's supposed to be Wilson.
Yeah, so I think I'll probably end up predicting 2-2 there. I don't know what are your thoughts about them splitting with the Chiefs this year? We know that they have the talent and the coaching staff to do it at this point, but year 1, I don't know if they split or lose both, but I don't love getting the Chiefs early is what I'm saying, I think.
Right.
I would have loved for that game to be after you work out some kinks and figure some things out, but Chiefs also have started slow. So
yes, definitely. I'm not going to have them beating the Chiefs in either game until I start seeing some games. So right now, week 0, I'm saying they lose both games. Sorry. We literally just discussed this before the draft. It's a great draft for receivers and tackles. Do I love the 2 that they took? Not necessarily, but they got themselves a receiver they feel good about, and they got themselves a really good tackle in round 2. So they can easily fix themselves, shore things up, call it a day. Rashee Rice's situation does make things a bit tricky, so we'll see how that goes. In theory, Kelsey at some point could hit a cliff, but I think I'm still going to have them picking to lose.
Yeah. I think the meat of the schedule from weeks 6 through 13, you really feel good about the Chargers' ability to potentially like go on a bit of a run there.
Yeah.
That obviously you get the Bengals and the Ravens back to back, which is not ideal, but for the most part, that part of the schedule is pretty manageable. And then you get, Bucks, Broncos, Patriots, Raiders to close. Like there's a really good chance that the Chargers start slow and then they kind of figure things out after the bye week. So maybe that is kind of an advantage of the week 5 bye. You work out the kinks early and then you come out swinging in week 6 and you ideally, like Harbaugh was saying the other day, like you use it as a launching pad kind of deal. So the meat of the Chargers schedule, I think, sets up pretty nice for them.
Yeah, that toughest stretch, if we're looking for 4 games, to me feels like Browns, Titans, Bengals, Ravens. In that middle chunk there. Not that the Titans
aren't like great, but yeah, I agree with that.
But in terms of chunks of 4, that's probably the toughest chunk right there. And 3 of them are at home.
Yeah,
wow, 3 straight home games is nice.
Yeah, Titans, Bengals, Ravens all in a row. That's really good. I think outside of, what would you say is the most difficult non-division road game? That's probably at Steelers, no?
So Patriots, Falcons, Browns, Steelers. I'm gonna say who's playing quarterback in Cleveland? Even then, I don't know if that helps me at all. I still want to say at Cleveland. I feel like their trenches are just really good on both sides, and I know they're going to be good. I like Nick Chubb versus like Najee Harris. If the Steelers had a better quarterback situation, maybe I'd say them, but I think it's at Browns.
That's fair. I think the Browns' defense is definitely better. That defense is disgustingly good. I think last year they were like one of the 5 best defenses ever in the history of the NFL. So that's pretty tough. But then you get Deshaun Watson. I don't know.
Hey, it could be DTR by then, or I don't know.
Tyler
Michael Hall's gonna. Yeah. Oh yeah. Michael Hall's gonna be there.
So their backups are Jameis Winston and Tyler Huntley, and then DTR.
Interesting.
So they decided that they did not want to do the whole cycle through backups again, and so they got 2 of like the better backups, which I think is. I have no idea why Tyler Huntley decided to go there, but is what it is.
Money's money.
Money is money. I'm trying to decide if there's like anything else. I like that the Chargers get 2 home games over Christmas break for me. Clutch.
True.
I do not like that they play Arizona the week after Utah plays at ASU. That's frustrating, but for selfish reasons. But yeah, man, I mean, we knew who the Chargers were going to play, but getting the schedule like this, I think it just allows you to stack some things up. So
yeah,
everything's starting to come together.
Yeah, we'll think of a record prediction at some point. It doesn't really change for me. Like it's probably about the same as I was thinking before the release came out. So we'll see. We will see. It might not be double-digit wins.
Yeah, Joseph pointed out they only have 4 10 a.m. games.
Depends, I guess, on the TBDs.
Yeah, I guess Patriots probably ends up being a 10 a.m. game.
Yeah, that doesn't seem much later. Raiders probably ends up being like a 1-something game.
Yeah, or like a Saturday night game.
Yeah, right. Cool.
All right, I think we had a couple super chats to get to real quick. Mark Busnelli, thank heavens no Thursday night games this year. Yeah, I am a bit surprised. I kind of predicted 3, and I guess the Raiders could be 4, but I think this is about right based off of like who the Chargers were, and like we were talking about in our guilty as charged like group message. It's like the Chargers had the playoff debacle, and then the league still gave them 6 primetime games. So games can always get flexed. We'll see what happens there. But I'm a fan of not having Thursday nights. So I think I don't love Thursday night games. It really ruins the schedule for me. But yeah, I think that's a good one.
Yeah, I love it because if it's on a Thursday and it's at home, I don't go. I got life and a wife and have to travel, and it's just a whole mess. So nothing but weekends sounds great to me.
Yeah, 100%. And then Edwin says, is it bad that I look at the schedule and legitimately think we have a decent chance at making the playoffs? 10-11 wins out of the question. What do you think there?
Is it out of the question? Not necessarily. If Herbert is back to his best self, then they can get 9, 10, 11 wins. The schedule stinks. Like this exact team last year, like I obviously don't think they have 5 wins or whatever, but I don't think they get 10 or 11. It's just a tough schedule. This year, the schedule is just so much easier. So I think 10 feels like a nice max. 11 seems like, wow, you had a really good season. And then also the Chiefs, somebody got hurt and you won at Denver. But yeah, I don't know. 10, 11. Like, I feel like they have a better chance of making the playoffs than winning 11 games. Like, I feel like they can sneak in. Yeah. I don't think they have a shot of actually getting 11 wins.
Yeah, I mean, like we all say like 10, 11 wins, and then you like actually like pick these games, and the Chargers always lose at Denver. I will never predict a win there. Yep. They're going to lose at least once to the Chiefs.
Yep.
I can't see them splitting or I can't see them sweeping the Raiders. That's 3 already.
Unfortunately.
They'll lose probably one of the games at Pittsburgh or at Cleveland. I will say one of those is a safe loss.
I agree. Yep.
I don't see them beating both the Bengals and the Ravens. So that's 5. And then they play at New England, which has not been a super easy place for them to win either. Yeah. So that would be 6 potentially. I know the Patriots are projected to be bad, but still, and that's 6 already that just like right off the top of my head without even like really giving it any thought. So
yeah.
I think like Jim Harbaugh, I'm not going to put a ceiling on him. Like I think he does really have the ability to turn this thing around quickly. But then you also have to talk about like the cornerback room, the wide receiver room, the linebacker room, defensive line room. Like this roster is not an 11-win roster. Now, can Jim Harbaugh take what probably is like an 8-win roster to 11 wins? Maybe. It's possible. Definitely not out of the question. I just don't think I'm going to predict 11 wins.
Yeah, the corner room is really several things, but the corner room in particular is just what's giving me a ton of pause here, because you get into a shootout and you're a team that isn't really a throw it a ton team. Let's say a game against the Chiefs ends up being just, hey, it's one of those shootout games, like the Browns from 2021. Like you just gotta score 40 something points. Does this team last year, like against the Lions, do they have what it takes on offense to do like go just back and forth? I don't know. So this corner room's got to get figured out, or hopefully it's better.
Yeah, hopefully it gets better. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so we'll dive more into the schedule tomorrow. We'll have a bit more of an in-depth look. We'll have some time to think about things, and we'll see. We might do record prediction. We might as well, I think. Schedule season. We'll see how it goes, but we'll have a lot more thoughts about the schedule tomorrow. All of you people that like to plan your lives around football, like I do, now we can talk about that and pick your travel plans. So that's always the exciting part there. Tyler, any final thoughts before we head out?
I'm excited that we've discussed the order of the things we already knew were going to occur. I'm excited to talk about it in more depth tomorrow.
Sorry, just responding to it.
Steven's responding in a chat, so I'm going to
start.
Yeah,
apparently we're talking about
97.
Yeah, so somebody in the chat is obsessed with 4 yards per carry. The team average of 4 yards per carry would have ranked 23rd in the NFL last year. So 4 yards per carry, not good.
Yeah, I'll take it. It would have been the best RB2 stats the Chargers have had in 45 years, but
Yeah. All right. Fun stuff. So Like I mentioned, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff does really help continue to grow the show. That's going to do it for us tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, Bolt up.